Hello guys, welcome back to my corner of the internet. So you guys can see from the title today we're doing a get ready with me. You guys, so I was already having the intentions of showcasing with you guys the Merit blush, the new limited edition one that I shared with you guys on Instagram and a YouTube short. I told you guys during my monthly wrap up that that's the only products that I didn't give a dedicated video to. So that was my intentions for today's video. But this week I ended up getting yet another package from Merit. This was completely surprise to me. I did not expect it. I ended up getting their new Solo Shadow Sheens. These are the ones that are not matte. They have a sheen to them. They already came out with one that was limited edition. I have it here. And it was glacé. Glacé is part of this kit as well, but I have the old school one that I still use and love. So glacé is re-promoted as a permanent one. So this is the limited edition packaging that it came with when it came with that limited edition set. And now they come like this. They're silver, so you'll see the difference between their mattes are like gold and then their sheens are silver and more like a clear plastic versus the one that looks like this. So I am going to incorporate those into this video. Why not? I don't think the archival lip set is going to match because that brought a lipstick, a lip liner, and a lip gloss. But I feel like this is too warm tone for that look. So I'm going to use that in a whole separate video. But so today I want to share with you guys the limited edition color in Red UX, basically, which is this color right here. We're going to put it on my cheeks and then we're going to use these cream shadows. You guys know my obsession with cream shadows. I absolutely love them. So when I saw these, I was like, I literally screeched. I screeched. So as you guys know, I'm going to put this on the back of on my palm here so you guys can see the color. It's a brown red, which is perfect for the fall season. It kind of, like I did my nails in green. I haven't painted my nails since like springtime. So I did paint my nails. So we're going to use this and see how it translates on my skin. I still have a form of tan going. I'm not at my palest, so you guys can get an indication of what this looks like. And this is gorgeous. I love that. It's like this soft brown red. It's not very vibrant. This isn't as vibrant as their other red that's in their permanent line. What is it called? Oh, I can't remember. Rouge. So if you're curious, this is Rouge. It's very, very bright and more of like a blue toned red. And this one's more of a brownie red, as you guys can see there. So this is their limited edition one. This is absolutely stunning. I love this one. I knew I was going to love it, but I didn't expect to love it as much. I may even like this limited edition color more than this one. And I'm obsessed with this one. I love that shade. I use it all the time in the winter time, but this one, I love that. It's the soft hint of like this reddish brown. Perfect, perfect. So this is why I didn't want to use archival because I knew it wasn't going to match with this one, but this is beautiful. I believe this one only comes in the kit. In the 3, it brings postmodern and the bright pink one. So you get a little bit of everything. The postmodern is a beautiful, deeper, like burgundy reddish kind of blush, perfect for the dead of winter. This is perfect for the fall, and then you get a spring shade. I think that's a perfect kit. If you want to try these, they're small enough and you get one for each season if that's how you do your makeup. So I love this one. Love this one. This one's going to still stay in my repeat. I love that. And now that the weather has cooled down, this is perfect. Perfect. All right. So I did the rest of my face. Let me just spray so then we can continue. All right, so I did do my brows already. Most of my face was done. So now we're gonna go on to the eyes. So obviously it's glacé. Then we have sartorial, which is like that warm brown, which I'm so tempted to use. You guys know that this is like up my alley, 100%. It's taken me everything to not use that one. But I think I wanna use Iris. Iris is more of this purpley brown shade, and I feel like it'll go really nice with this. I want to kind of pair it to see how this looks because I know this one I'm going to love. Like there is hands down, I'm going to love that one. I'm going to be obsessed with it. But I did want to try this one because I felt like this one was a little bit more sheer in the swatches. It looked a little bit more brown purple. So I want to see what this can do. So this is the one that I'm intrigued with. And if I do want to top it off with glacé, glacé is your typical soft shade. I love to pair that one with like a paint pot or a shadow stick all over because it gives you sheen. These do not have sparkle on them. It's more of like a pearlescent sheen to them. So it's more like that adult, and you can add sparkle if you want to them. But they, for me, oily skin, as long as I prime my eyelids, they do last. They do not crease. They don't budge. I do want to put something on the crease because I don't know if I want that kind of sheen on my eyelids. So I am going to grab my Danessa Myricks palette. This is one that I love to use when it comes to cream shadows because it's a putty formula and it works perfect. So Iris, I think I may end up going into this shade right here just to put into my crease, which is like this matte, soft, cool tone brown. So we're going to try, what I'm trying to do is not make my whole face warm tone. I just want the cheeks to be warm and a little bit more of like a neutral, cooler tone eye. Because when I do all warm tone, I notice that like throughout the day, I feel like I look so orange. So it's too much warmth. So I like to separate it. So I'm just gonna put this in the crease to get that base. Merit sent over this brush. This is a double-sided brush. It's the number 2 brush and it's supposed to go with these, which is perfect. This little thing right here is just, it reminds me of that brush from Rephr that I have that I love. Oh, but this. So we're gonna play with this one. So here's Iris. I don't know if you guys can see that. It has a sheen to it, but it's not glitter. It's just like a soft sheen sparkle. So we're going to use the brush that they sent over with it that goes along with these. And this is what it looks like. So we're just going to go ahead and place it on our eyelids and blend up into our crease because we already have that base. That looks really, really pretty. This is what I was expecting. I'm building it up because I want to see what it can do. Oh, that is pretty. So it is like a soft purple, very cool tone too. So if you're looking for a cool toned, this might be it. These also work really nice with your fingers. I have used these with my fingers, so I know that they do work nice with the warmth of your finger. So you don't technically need this brush, but if you want it, it does work nice. Look at that. I love that. It's nice and soft. And I want to show you glacé in the center of this, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to pull glacé back out. I have the older version, but know that it comes in this. Just going to grab my finger and just place this in the center so you guys can see. Like this is how I use glacé, just for like a highlight, mainly because this shadow is a little bit too light for me, but it works so nice as an accent. You guys can see that. I really do like glacé for that reason. So, and I've had glacé for a few years now. I think maybe at least 2 years, and it's still working fine. As long as you take care of your stuff, I think it looks fine. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put the one, actually, you know what? We're gonna use this one as our lower lash line. We're gonna use the other side and place this on our lower lash line. That looks so pretty. These are the kind of shades that I love for my lower lash line. I'm not a fan of putting very shiny shadows on my lower lash line because I feel like it just is too much for me and my taste. But something like this, I love. This reminds me of a formula from Makeup Forever that they released a few years ago. Those shadow pots, those they came in a squeezy tube. There's a few shades. They had the matte version and they had the luminous versions. And I feel like these are just like that because there's a shade that I have that's the luminous and it's more of like this taupey brown. And I love to put that on my lower lash line because it gives me the same kind of effect where it's like it catches the light beautifully and it looks nice and makes your eyes look open, but it's not too shiny or shimmery where it takes away from the rest of your eye look. These are beautiful. And I know these are gonna last. I will obviously annotate somewhere how these lasted, but so far, and they blended really, really nice. Like I have no complaints at all. That is very, very beautiful. To tie it together, I'm gonna add my milk chocolate eyeliner from Mally that I'm trying to pan, and just give it a little bit of warmth on the outer part of this, just to kind of tie it together with my blush and deepen it out a little bit. So just a tad. For my mascaras, I'm using my two usual, my Polite Society one, and then my e.l.f. in brown, and then I'll come back and we'll do the lips. Okay, so for lips, I'm gonna want to use Classic by Merit. This is one of my favorites that I love to pair with things, but I don't know. So let me line my lips first with Perfect Match from Hard Candy. This is the one I'm trying to pan. Power over it, or I'm sorry, Classic. I have Power as well. I'm gonna put Yash by MAC over it because it's a little bit too warm and pink. All right, guys, this is a final look. I actually really like these. I will say that these go really nicely with their mattes. So if you own a few of their mattes or one of their mattes, I know Studio is a very famous one. Mid-Century is another one people like. Then, I never know how to say that one, but the one that's a little bit warm tone, you could pick one of those up, or if you have those already, put that all over the lid on the outer V, maybe in the crease, and then pair it with one of these over it. It would look beautiful. That's how I mainly use Glacé. Glacé has been one of my favorites, and it continues to be one of my favorites. You can see that I have well loved this one. But I will say I really like it. I am going to annotate, if I haven't already in this video, to let you guys know how this lasted. It lasted beautifully. This blush is going to be on repeat. It's going to be on repeat. I'm going to use this blush a ton. Now that the weather's cooled down, I can use these blushes a little bit more to give it a little bit more of a glow on my cheeks. And it'll last throughout the day versus in the summer where it's a little bit too glowy for me. These are perfect. Perfect. I love these. I absolutely adore this color. So if you're looking for this color, hopefully they'll be able to bring this back as a permanent one, because I know they've done that in the past where they brought these in as limited edition and then it's come back as permanent, because this is a beautiful one. Really like it. I'm very happy. Hopefully in the future, I'll be able to do the archival lip set for you guys, so that way I'll do a full cool tone look. I just wanted to play around with some of these products and share with you guys my thoughts on them, and I really like them. I do. I don't have a coupon code. All I have is a link so they can see that you guys have clicked on it. I'll put it down in the description box. You guys can check them out. And these are all clean beauty. So if you're into that, that's a great thing. I've always enjoyed a lot of Merit's products, and I still use them to this day, you guys. I still use them. I still enjoy them. They're some of my favorite products, and I love to grab them and go because they're not too much. And lately in my life, I don't want something that's too much. So it's perfect. It's perfect. All right, guys, that's all that I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, week, whatever it is. May God continue to bless you in your everyday life. I will catch you guys in the next one.